The process of shooting the video for this anthem is the most epic video production process I have personally been involved with.
It's amazing. Who would think that we can use the conch shell in such a manner?
Fort Charlotte was amazing. I didn't expect it to turn out so huge. It makes me wonder, where am I going to be in 40 years, and how far is this anthem going to go?
I think of it more as a vision statement for our nation.
Police shoot and kill a teenager during a special operation this afternoon. We visit North Abaco 1 year after the by-election. Has anything changed? Hear what Abaconians are saying. The latest on the Sky Bahamas sick-out. Accused sex offender Andre Rabal back in court for a retrial. Plus the Bahamas to host a college bowl game. I'm Nakia DeVoe, and this is NB12. Here at Cable 12 Studios, here are the stories coming out of the NB12 newsroom this Tuesday. A teenager is dead tonight after he was shot during an exchange with police in the Yellow Elder area this afternoon. Juan McCartney has the police on what happened and reaction from the dead man's family. Here's his report.
The young man who police shot and killed died in hospital, but the incident took place here, just off Graham Drive, not far from AF Adderley. We've since identified the deceased as 18-year-old Antonio Duncanson.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Anthony Ferguson said the incident unfolded around 2 this afternoon, when uniform and plainclothes officers were conducting an operation in the area. He said in the course of that operation, officers spotted 2 young men who were acting suspiciously. He said when the officers went to check the men, they ran away in different directions. ACP Ferguson said that's when things took an even more drastic turn.
One of the young men, as he was running, produced a handgun, which he pointed in the direction of the officers who were pursuing him. There was an exchange of gunfire. One of the young men was shot.
Duncanson was taken to hospital and died a short while later. We understand he was shot multiple times in the chest and abdomen. The other man was captured by police and was in custody at last report, according to Ferguson. At the scene, the Assistant Commissioner also thanked citizens for their assistance.
We applaud members of the public who continue to provide information to the police that would assist us in getting all of these illegal firearms off the street.
But there were no applause at the home of Duncanson's grandmother after his family got the news today. Only tears. Teresa Duncanson said she raised Antonio and his siblings after their mother died from drug complications when he was just a child. She said he used to be a sweet kid, but admitted that he became challenging when he became a teenager, never finishing SC McPherson or program Shore, living away from family and hanging out with what she called the wrong crowd. She said despite Antonio's troubles, his death is still heartbreaking.
It's 5 of them. I took care of 5 of them when their mom died. And I raised them different from how I raised my children. I raised them to be better than my own. But apparently it didn't happen that way because they had hard, like company. Sometimes when I talk, they never used to like to listen. And right now, I grieve it right now because I just buried my daughter on July the 23rd of this year, and now it's him now. So, right now I'm hurting.
Duncanson said though she's dealt with loss before, her family's still trying to find a way to cope.
I lose 2 girls. I left with 4, now 2 boys and 2 girls. And now I was raising Antonio's brothers and sisters. Now, which they my grand.
Did he have any kids?
No, he don't have any kids. And now I back right now raising grand and great grand. So it's a little hard for me right now. It's a blow.
Police investigations into Duncanson's death continue.
1 year ago today, residents of North Abaco elected a new member of parliament in a hard-fought by-election. Since then, national attention has turned away from the constituency of former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram. In this special report, our Candia Dames takes a look at North Abaco 1 year later through the eyes of residents and the current member of parliament.
Here in North Abaco, the cry is pretty much the same as in many other areas of the country. People want jobs. They want more opportunities for economic empowerment. While some of the people here expressed disappointment, others said that they're hopeful that with more time, the government will be able to achieve the things it promised ahead of the by-election. In Murphytown, this 34-year-old father of 3 washes cars for a living. Jamal McDonald says he washes cars and sells Sky Juice on the side simply because he has no other way to provide for his children.
Really and truly, I ain't see much change, especially in the community where he came from. Ain't much change, but some progress is happening, you know. But slowly it's starting to change, but ain't nothing really happening right now. The biggest concern is to get some of these youths off the streets, you know. But the more youths on the streets, there could be more problems. Right now we need more jobs, man. Please, we need jobs. That's all right now. It's the biggest concern in the community. We need jobs.
Murphytown is the hometown of North Abaco MP Renato Curry, who won the seat convincingly over the FNM's Greg Gomez last year. Daisy Mae Stewart also lives in Murphytown. She too says jobs are needed desperately.
I want to see them do some jobs for the young people to work, where they can get off the streets, especially the young man, because so Island Ron ain't gonna do it for them.
We took a drive down to Treasure Key where we ran into FERRIS HANNA, a self-employed resident of Cooperstown.
There's no progress. I mean, we still in that same position now. You know, the airport's not open, the port's not started, there's no employment. You know, the little employment you do have, they're taking it from the FNM and giving it to the PLP. It's a crying shame of what is going on here in Abaco right now.
What, did you vote? You don't have to tell me you voted for, but did you vote?
Yes, I voted, and I voted for in the by-election, I voted for the PLP.
You voted for the PLP
yes.
in the by-election?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're disappointed.
I'm disappointed. I mean, they're dragging their feet. You know, a lot of people here in Abaco is hurting.
What is it would you say that the people in this area need most?
Employment. It's quite obvious. That's what we need, employment.
Many other residents expressed frustrations that the Marsh Harbor International Airport terminal is still not yet opened, more than a year after it was scheduled to. This sign at the current terminal, well, it speaks for itself. Though not located in North Abaco, the airport is important to the entire economy of Abaco. In central Abaco, there appears to be some progress on a mini hospital that is now under construction. Miles away in Cooperstown, Samuel Lowe was working in his yard. He told us he is a strong supporter of former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram, and he's anxious to see some progress.
I sort of like struggling, so I wonder all the time how the younger set of people can make it. And they always talking about the young people, the young people, the young people. What they're doing for the young people.
But some residents highlighted the need for patience.
I think any government needs time to balance themselves out and whatever they are doing. So we just give the government time, and I think they'll do well.
And you also said to me that you have seen some improvements?
I've seen some improvement, some areas they did stuff. But like I say, once again, you'd have to give them time, and I guess everything will fall in place.
On the campaign trail, Renato Curry promised to jumpstart the economy through bold initiatives. We caught up with him in Nassau, where he was attending Parliament and other meetings.
You know, we're trying to create jobs and opportunity by ways of the more government partnership type operations. Because right now, you know, the funding is not there, but we're doing whatever we can do, looking at Abaco as a whole. And, you know, in this process, we find that you will find that many persons may not be used to waiting a while before things get rolling, but rest assured that I'm doing whatever I can to create jobs and opportunity for my people.
McDonald, the Murphytown resident, says though he's frustrated, he's willing to give Curry and the PLP a little more time to get things done.
You know, you just can give them a little bit more chance, you know, to catch themselves and to do like how they say they was could do.
With just about 3.5 years left in this current term, there of course is still some time before anyone could make a final judgment on this government's accomplishments, both here in North Abaco and throughout the Bahamas. Reporting for NB12, I'm Candia Dames.
Well, since that crushing defeat, F&M leader Dr. Hubert Minnis said the party has been trying to once again gain ground in that constituency to hopefully eventually return it to F&M hands. Paige McCartney has that story.
The F&M leader said the party has been keeping its ear to the ground in Abaco, and as far as it's concerned, North Abaconians are very disappointed in their representation. Ingram represented that constituency for more than 3 decades. But Minnis said it's not just North Abaconians who are disappointed. He said the sentiment is shared throughout the Family Islands.
We've traveled through not only North Abaco, but we've traveled through other parts of the Bahamas, and they are all very, very disappointed by the performance of the PLP. They all felt that the PLP had promised them so many things, and they thought that the PLP was an honest group and that they would deliver on what they were promised. Nothing is being delivered.
Although last year's by-election was a crushing defeat for the party, Minnis said it hasn't slowed the F&M down.
He said the party, now more than ever, is prepared for the next general election, even though it's more than 3 years away, and that's because it believes the PLP continues to fail its voter base.
The government to call election so that we can put this country back on the right path, and the F&M can take the country back to prosperity and remove the victimization and the undemocratic process that we're seeing occurring today.
Minnis said the party is rebuilding and is focused on creating a vision for the country that provides more opportunities for young Bahamians.
We would continue to build our organization. The Bahamian people would see we're putting forth a visionary plan slowly. We don't want to put it all out there at this particular time, but we intend to build a vision for the Bahamas, so that, which would include young people and as well as all. We intend to try and strengthen the middle class, not to erode it, as is happening with the PLP.
Reporting for NB12, I'm Paige McCartney.
Sky Bahamas today suspended operations at Lyndon Pindling International Airport in order to iron out internal issues that cost the company well over $120,000. This after pilots called out sick over the weekend. A meeting at Sky Bahamas' Blake Road headquarters was attended by just about all of the company's 120 employees, including those pilots who called out. Butler said the loss has greatly impacted the company, but he told us during a break in that hours-long meeting that Sky Bahamas is like any family, and after a falling out, it has to find a way forward.
The impact has been very, very serious. We're challenged to move. The operations was challenged already, with the 3-day situation challenged us even more. And so we have right now reduced operations, and how we're going to go forward with that reduced operations into the future to make sure we deliver superior service. We're regrouping right now, and the challenges of the day, we're still going through that. But I can tell you the operation has been greatly impacted. Everybody seems to understand that now, and understand more and more what I've been saying all the time. These are challenging times. We need to read the papers.
Sky Bahamas suspended operations until this evening. Butler said things should now return to normal.